All right, time to get over to the kitchen and say hello to ABC7 Culinary Director Judy Gallagher on this Monday. Hi, Judy.
Hi there, Scott. Well, to start a hot week off, I thought I would start by cooking something light and fresh. I went down to the farmer's market downtown Sarasota on Saturday morning, and I picked up some fresh grouper fillets from Maggie's Seafood. I love stopping there, and they always have a wide variety of local Gulf of Mexico fish, so that's what we're going to use. We're going to keep it really light. We're making a simple shallot key lime butter that we'll put on top. We're going to roast the grouper in the oven after we just do a quick sear, and then we're going to bring it together with a daikon radish slaw that has cucumbers and red peppers, really bright, really flavorful. So stay with me throughout the hour. We're about to grill up something fresh and delicious straight from the Gulf of Mexico.
All right, let's get back to the kitchen now and check in again with Judy Gallagher, who's fixing some delicious grouper for us today. Judy?
That's right, Scott. So this is the equivalent of 2 full servings, and I just cut the grouper in half because you can serve anywhere from 5 to 7 ounces, depending on what else, if you're having an appetizer first or not. So what I'm going to do is, I love this coastal blend from St. Armand Spice and Tea Exchange. So we're going to dust both sides of the grouper, and then we'll give it a little salt and pepper. Now in the pan I have both olive oil and canola oil or vegetable oil. And that balance is going to hold the temperature a little bit more because we're going to sear the grouper proper face down just on one side, then it's going in the oven. So we'll sear these grouper fillets just for about 3 to 4 minutes till they're slightly starting to turn brown. Now the next thing we're going to do is work on our compound butter. So we want 1 stick of soft butter, either Irish butter or French butter, because it's much richer. Even grass-fed butter that comes from the grass-fed cattle is going to be a lot better. So we're going to add some shallots, some minced shallots. I have about 2 small ones in here, and with the butter, and I put in a little cilantro. Now I'm going to add some lime juice. So we want the butter to be a little bit tart on that note with the citrus, because we have some sugar going into the slaw, and that will be the sweet balance. Then we're going to add some zest of lime. So that compound butter is all set. Now we can go ahead and put this in the refrigerator, because we're going to put a spoon on the top of the fish when we're ready, when it first comes out of the oven. I want to show you what I have done so far, because I've seared off some grouper, and you can see that color. So it was just on the front side and just a little brown. So I'll turn that back over for a minute. It's going to be in the oven at 410 degrees, about 6 minutes after we get the first side down. Okay, so we'll give a little more salt and pepper, and then that's going to go in the oven for, like I said, about 6 minutes. And then we'll come back and we'll start working on our daikon radish and red pepper slaw. We have some cucumber in here. It's going to be really delicious. We'll be back in a few minutes to put it all together.
All right, time to get back to the kitchen and check in on lunch with Judy Gallagher.
Okay, Scott, I've taken the grouper fillets out of the oven. So remember, they were originally pan-seared on one side, then roasted in the oven. They look just about perfect. So now let's make the slaw. We have some julienne of cucumber and carrot and red pepper, and you can use yellow pepper if you prefer. And then my favorite ingredient is the daikon radish. So it has just a slight little kick to it. If you don't find a daikon radish, they're really easy. Most stores carry them. I've found them always at Whole Foods, but you can also substitute jicama, which is that root vegetable that tastes almost like a Granny Smith apple, in between a Granny Smith apple and a potato. So you can always use jicama, and like I said, I'm using daikon radish. I'm going to add some more cilantro. We did some in with our compound butter. Let's take just about a teaspoon or 2 of low sodium soy sauce, and then about a half a teaspoon of sugar, and I'm just going to kind of pinch it in there. And then we definitely want a generous helping of fresh squeezed lime juice. Then to top off the acid, we'll do a little rice vinegar. I do not like to buy the kinds that are already seasoned. I think it's perfect just to try it the way it is, and if it needs something else, a touch of sesame oil or something, you can add it then. So let's check our flavor profile. This is good. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this slaw with the cucumbers, the daikon radish, the carrots, and we're just gonna put it kinda on the side there. And then, if you prefer, you can just take a little soy ginger sauce and just kind of drizzle around the outer part of the plate a little bit. And that's gonna marry in with that beautiful compound butter. And it's just gonna bring the flavors all together. We'll find out for sure when John Scalzi comes over for a bite of lunch in just a few minutes.
That's good.
Well, it's the freshness of that grouper, right? From Maggie's Seafood
That's
down
good.
the farmer's market. Then we pan-seared it. We have a little key lime shallot butter on it, roasted, finished roasting in the oven. And then just a little soy ginger drizzle with the daikon radish slaw.
Ah, it's so, so good. Recipe for it on our website, mysuncoast.com. Click on the dining link page. It'll take you right there with Chef Judy's instructions. Delicious. I love grouper. Thanks, Judy.
Good. Well, we'll let him finish it.